we have a lot to chat about today, bro. Like a lot, especially like last night Nascar Aloe show. Like we have to hit hard on that because that was an amazing experience.
That was. I saw the videos. It looked so good. Like the live looked sick. Like he was just going crazy. Like he was punching up and got punched up.
I got into a whole fist fight with that nigga for no reason. Like shit was wild.
The reason was he attacked your ass. That was the reason. Yo, we're gonna play some tracks, man. We're gonna do that. We're gonna come back. We're gonna regroup. I'm nervous. This kid in here got me nervous. Bad got me nervous as hell. But we're gonna play some shit. We're gonna come back. I'm gonna collect myself. And yeah.
Guys, literally.
I mean, it's not. It's just they don't get no shine, which I think we got to show on that. But
yeah,
we're gonna run into like the music updates right now.
Yeah, you gonna start?
Gekyume, that was announced in the late hours. Baby X was born. That is gonna be crazy. That's gonna be a crazy experience.
I told you guys before, like I don't like the fact that they gave that child the name Gekyume. Like I'm sorry guys in this chat, like I just think it's not a nice name to name a child. Like it's just no. I don't want to be disrespectful, but I just don't like that name. They could have named the child something else. Like
there's no way to say that in a non-disrespectful way. No disrespect. But there's no because that was his wish. That's what he told his mom.
So that's what he wanted.
That's what he wanted. So there's no way to say that in a non-disrespectful way. Like X is gone. That was one of the last things that he wanted, amongst other things. So
it changes everything then, because I didn't know that's something that he wanted. If he wanted it, then okay, cool. But if he didn't want it, then I was just kind of like, why would they call the child Gekyume? But okay, I mean that's the first name. So.
This child has so much love, like surrounded, like DJ Scheme posted, like everybody's super fucking excited for this kid. Like it's crazy. I wish people loved me that much when I was born, to be honest. But
you know, exactly. Like literally, like this kid. I don't know, man. We have to see what he's gonna grow up to be. If he's gonna be like, if he's gonna go into music or something like that. But I hope they don't exploit him and like put his own Instagram page and just
I don't think they're moving like that, especially how late the baby was like announced, how they kept the identity of the mother secret for so long, and I think the baby was born sooner than their last name. I think the baby was born on X's birthday. I don't think they've been very secretive about the whole process, and I don't think that's going to cease now that the baby is born. People don't like how it moves. A lot of people don't like how X's mother moved, but I respect her. She did a lot of things. Like when X died, if you notice and you looked at like Apple Music or whatever, all his old music was taken down, but it was put back up. And it was put back up so everybody can get royalties, because everything was under XXXTentacion. Like all his earlier stuff, even though other people were on the tracks. So all the artist names were changed. They were changed back to his old artist names from like before he was X and all that. People would get royalties. So she did a lot, and a lot of people hate on her and call her money hungry and all that other stuff. But she's been doing nothing but looking out.
That's what I'm saying, because
in X's past, I really don't like what she did. I don't know everything, but just being a mother and then not being there, there's an issue with that. That's the only issue I have with her. But other than that,
and I think that's the issue that people had with her as well, because they know the past and kind of like what they went through their relationship. It was a bit up and down, back in the day. So I think people were just kind of like, okay, well, she wasn't really there in the past, and why is she all of a sudden now? But at the same time, I respect it as well, because if that was me, I would have been very lazy. I wouldn't have done all the shit that she done. I would have been I don't think I would have had the strength to do what she's done. I wouldn't. If that happened to my child, I wouldn't have the strength.
Keeping up an estate of that size, like all of X's assets and things like that, and how she pushed out his album, how she pushed out, sad the video and stuff like that. Everything post death for X, she she is the admin of his estate. So
Mm,
she's been doing a lot of stuff. She's been doing a lot of stuff, and she's still helping out with the helping hand challenge. I respect her a lot,
wow.
but
Me as well.
they dropped, and then Members Only Volume 4. They dropped that on X's birthday. She had to do
Hmm.
with that. She is X's estate admin, so I appreciate it. A lot of people
Yeah,
don't
I did
appreciate
as
the
well.
bad stuff, but you know.
Yeah,
But then
she's basically like she's cementing his legacy. She's making sure that his legacy is like it's strong for the future. Do you know what I mean? Like she's really like she's putting that in place. It's like X has left the foundation and she's just kind of like finishing it all up and just tying up the knots and stuff like that. So yeah, I respect it.
so then the other thing we have for the music updates is the beautiful guy Jack Acid,
Oh yeah.
the handsome Jack Acid. So I've been noticing, he's been getting a lot of like modeling endorsements, like a lot.
Hmm.
Like he's doing a lot of stuff for a lot of different brands right now, and I think that's good, man. Jack Acid,
He's got a photogenic face, but why has he got that doom tattoo, man? I don't know. Yeah, it's just like there on his face. Like I'm sorry, I'm sorry, but I hate it when people have like that one face tattoo. I said this before, anyways. I don't like when people have that one face tattoo on their face. But obviously, things have changed now, isn't it? You got to get a face tattoo first before you get anything else. So, but he is a very like photogenic, like pretty faced guy with like long hair and stuff. So I'm not surprised that he's getting all of those endorsements and stuff. And
he's
they did
getting
a
a
show yesterday.
he's getting a lot. He's doing the damn thing, and then Cameron Nazi's gonna be in New York.
Mm.
Cameron
And
Nazi's gonna
what
be in New
when?
York. I think February 9th, if I'm not mistaken. And he's doing a whole thing with tacos and all that. So he's gonna be out
Mm,
there in New York with like a whole bunch of other people, Christ Dillinger, all that.
mm.
So
And
that's gonna be.
he's gonna be doing. I think is it Discover New that is organizing it? Can you guys help me out? Because I know Georges is in here.
That's a
He's gonna
completely
come. Huh?
that's a completely different event. So what he's
Yeah,
doing
yeah, yeah.
out,
I mean, they're coming in May, innit? They're coming in May to the UK. Their first ever show and stuff. So Cameron
so
Nazi and subjects.
so the NASCAR show last night was lit as fuck. I met him. super super fucking excited about that shit. He played he did 3 songs. He did 3 songs at the end. He beat the floor with his fist until his blood. Like on
Fucking
some
hell.
tank, like he did the tank head on the floor. Wait, hold on. I gotta tell you this because we didn't cover this earlier. He punched me in my titty, bro. He punched me
Do you know what? Yeah, that guy. Yeah, I actually really love him. Like I don't know. I I love his voice. I love his cadence. I love his look. I love his sound. I love his lyrics. I love him. Like I think like he's literally gonna if he doesn't blow, then there's something wrong. Like if NASCAR doesn't blow, there really is something wrong with like the industry
no,
because
but
he's
the
everything.
energy. Like someone told me earlier on a post today that he has like bad energy or whatever the fuck that shit means. But
Oh, I saw
like
that.
his manager is cool as fuck. Like cool as fuck. NASCAR is cool as fuck, bro. Like he's very welcoming. Like he spoke to everybody until you can face that he kind of didn't want to speak to anybody else, but he spoke to
Mm,
pictures with everybody. He moshed with everybody. He stayed for like the opening acts and watched them and listened. So I don't know. I don't get it. NASCAR,
Yeah.
Yeah,
NASCAR.
yeah, he seems like he's got good energy to me. I don't get bad vibes from him. I love him.
Super nice guy.
Yeah, I mean,
So what?
you had a brawl with him, and Anthony.
All right, and if the live video is still up there, there was I forgot what song it was he performed, but like halfway through the song, like I think this is directly after Solo got punched in her tit, and my back is turned to him because like I looked at my girlfriend for like a sec. I turn back around, I make full eye contact with this man, and we just start throwing hands for a solid like 2 minutes. Like
He got stabbed up by his bracelet. He got stabbed up by NASCAR's bracelet.
Oh shit! Oh my
yeah,
days.
that shit was fun though. Like we were just like trading blows for like a hot second. Like all his bracelets were catching me though. I was like, ah, fuck.
That was the craziest mosh I've ever seen in my life. Like people were doing like somersaults. People were like roundhousing other people. I'm just sitting there like I'm gonna knock somebody the fuck out if they touch me. Period.
Well,
like,
you know
like
what?
I was not with it at first because I was like, yo, this is more than I've ever experienced in my life. Like that had nothing on like Scar-Lord's cons, nothing. They were doing somersaults in that bitch.
You know what? That reminds me of the what do you call it? Because Discover New did a show on Friday, and Bad Lad was there, Henshaw was there, Alien Head was there, and there was some other people that were performing as well. And there was literally like I don't know, there's probably like 30 people or less. But the way these people were moshing, that the crowd's energy, and it wasn't like it was like 1,000. You think there was 1,000 people in there because the way everyone was moshing and just having fun, like literally, it was so good. And Bad's energy as well. He was sick. And Henshaw, I really love Henshaw because do you know what? I would even call him a rapper. I'll call him an MC. Like he's an MC. Like he can really, really, really spit. So
Yeah, he's
that was really good for like the UK scene.
yeah. About
Yeah.
the show that stood out that everything was over. People getting punched in their titty, with studded bracelets, getting kicked in the mouth. Everything was okay. The only time the mosh kind of like stopped and paused and looked was when a nigga threw water. That was the scariest part. I'm like, yo, all this violence and nobody bats an eye, but somebody throws water. This shit is old. Niggas is not playing. Niggas are not playing with that water shit.
That happened to me at City Morgue show. Like literally, what's his name? Their DJ. I was recording, and then all of a sudden, I just see the whole bottle of water just splash on my face. I was like, "Fuck!" Like he drowned me in that water. Like literally, it was that crazy. But you know what? That's what makes the show like better. If you don't get hurt, or if you don't get hit, or nothing happens at a show, was it? Could you really say that the show was lit? Like, do you know what I mean?
If you can't say you fought like the headliner, can you say you really had a fun time?
Exactly. Exactly. So
Bad, I'm
Yo,
coming
so
yeah.
for you next.
we're gonna get into two songs from whatchamacallit. Whatchamacallit. What is whatchamacallit? From Members Only Volume 4. We're gonna bring Bad Lad in because I know he fucks with X heavy. So we're gonna bring him
Mm.
in to kind of comment on what he thinks about it. So we're gonna do that right now.
Good, chilling.
Decent,
Oh my
decent,
god,
decent.
I'm about to die, bro.
Hey, how you doing, man?
What's up,
Woman.
bro?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm excited to be on here. First interview thing. It's testing new waters and shit. Let's do it.
Word.
Yes, exactly.
What do you think about Members Only Volume 4?
I fucking loved it. I stayed up till like 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. to watch it or listen to it. Got my mates on Discord and we all just listened to it together. I don't know why people gave it like a bad rap because like to listen to anything to do with X or his team, you got to be hella open minded. And like you can't just go in thinking you're looking for bangers because they a lot of the stuff they do is like concept-ish. So
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
you can't exactly go in saying, oh, I want, I'm looking for the next mainstream hit single. Like, no, you're not gonna get that. You're gonna get some new shit that you might not fuck with, but you gotta give it a chance.
Mm.
Mm. Because what I saw there's this hip hop commentator that I watch on YouTube. His name is Hello Yasin, and he was just like how yeah, like everyone in the group, like they're not really artists and stuff like that, and it shows this was their last chance to prove themselves. You know, this is their last chance to use X's clout for their own clout, this and that. I was like, I need to listen to it to myself first before I make an opinion, but yeah, just not really so good reviews so far.
I mean,
Uh,
guess what he's saying is true to a certain extent. It's kind of like Odd Future, right? Odd
Mm,
Future pretty got on because Tyler the creator, and people were saying a lot of things about a lot of the same things about Odd Future when it first came out.
mm,
And I don't think there would be. Maybe Slump. Maybe Slump would probably put them on, but then not really. You know what I mean? X was the person that put them on the map for real, for real. So it's
mm.
right in a certain degree. But at the same time, like I appreciate what they did. I appreciate them keeping up X's legacy. We may not hear from these niggas no more, but I appreciate what they did.
Yeah,
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 that's
it's
true.
true. Need to listen
Yeah.
to it myself.
The don't I listened to all of it actually, and it's just like Bat said. You're not. I didn't go in here looking for bangers. I went in here looking for like open, honest concept music and shit like that. Like I knew not every bar was gonna hit. I knew some shit's gonna sound cheesy. Like the whole point of the Members Only Volume 4, which is like, hey, this is the album that we had like all like the unreleased stuff on it and some stuff that we finished while X was still alive. I figured that you fans should be able to have this as like a last hurrah of Members Only.
Well,
That's
put
what
it
I
this
see,
way.
Mm,
guys.
Put it this way. Like at the end of the day, members, in my opinion, members only are never gonna top X, right? So what's the point in trying to do that and then putting it on X's platform? Like for me, the reason why I stayed up to listen to it as it came out is because if I were to fall asleep and wake up the next day, everyone would have already made their opinions, and I would go in with like a bias. You know, like I wanted to go into
Yeah.
the whole
mm.
thing no bias, so I don't care what people think. I have my own opinion, and personally, from that, I saved like a good 18 tracks that 24 song album, like, and that just showed like
Really?
that was just a genuine reaction to it. Like I didn't, and then people are saying they don't fuck with certain tracks. I'm just like, nah, I love every single one. It's hard. It's hard. I don't care what anyone says.
Mm. I need to listen to it. I actually need to listen to it.
All the songs with Kill Station, I love them. Like every single one with Craig Zen and Kill Station, I love it.
It's got
Like
crazy talent.
I just played like two of my favorites, but I do like the album. He Diddy too with Slump.
Mm.
Mm.
My favorite is
Yeah,
the Billie Eilish one, Touch and Body. That was fucking
Mm.
ridiculous.
I
Because
need to listen
I'm a
to it.
massive fan of Billie Eilish, so it's just
Yo, same. Not gonna front.
Yeah, I can see
like
that. Every with her, bro. She just has like this. She has like this appeal. I don't like. She has this
yeah,
appeal.
likable
Mm.
personality.
Yeah, exactly.
So right now we're gonna get into bad song.
Hey,
We're gonna do. Then we're gonna come back. We're gonna talk things, man. Like we gotta talk about this
hey, let's
diss track.
fucking get it. Okay. It's not even a diss track, but okay, let's do it.
That's what everybody is calling it, bro. Like when I announced the show, bro, I got so many messages like, "Yo, are you touching on this topic?" And I'm like, "Yeah, lightly. Like we're not gonna do that, bro. Like we're not gonna
I got enough to say about it. Trust me, I got a lot. Oh wait, are we going on to a song or are we gonna talk about it
we
now or what?
gonna listen to the song first. We're gonna listen to the song. We're gonna come back
I
and
bet.
you gonna have your glory
We
and
gonna mute
talk.
our
I
mics and shit, and you're just gonna go off. Like,
yeah. The track was too
god
fire.
damn.
Yo, you
Do you know
broke the
what I
app
mean?
with your
Like,
diss. Yo, he broke the app with his diss track, bro.
literally.
All right, I feel like at this point I feel like we should mute ourselves and let Bad just go off on the subject real quick. Since
Well, give me a question first, innit? But still.
let's give him the question first, and
Okay,
let's
I'll give
just
him the
like
question. I'll give him the question, right? And
I
this, I don't even know where to start, bro. Like when I heard that shit, Why? That's it. Why?
Why? What? Like, why Prxjek? Why did I? Okay. All right. So essentially, I've always had a bit of an issue with Prxjek, right? Um, I liked his music way back in the day. Like, I proper liked his music, and I'm not even gonna hide on that because that's the first thing people are gonna call me out on. I fucking loved his music ages ago, about 2, 3 years ago, because it's when I first got into like trap metal and shit, right?
Mm.
And at that point, it was basically Rarakuma, X, Prxjek, and Scar, and they were like the big names. They were like the mainstream, if you know what I mean, names in the trap metal community, right? So they're the first people that pop up on my SoundCloud. So of course I listen to them, right? Then as I start like making my own image and working myself up and stuff like that, I like look into everyone's profiles and their personal. Prxjek stood out as someone who's a bit aggressive, um, and he's got a bit of a cult following.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and yeah, cult following is good and shit. You just gotta watch how you use a cult following because it can really fuck people up. And essentially, I just wanted to make a song that just shows that I don't give a fuck about that. And I at the end of the day, I didn't want to like just fucking send for him like fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, and all this shit. But I just wanted to like poke a stick at him and say,
So
hello,
you just wanted
I'm
to have a
here.
jab at him. Okay.
It's funny though because by doing so, I've completely exploited how fragile his ego is. Because I said,
Oh yeah.
okay, I don't know if anyone's realized, but I said your IG is poo, and within 4 hours, he's on live. He's posted a picture. I think he did 2 lives, like atting me and shit. And then he did a whole post about me, and then he blocked me from his story. The kid is like he's like glass waiting to be shattered, mate.
Yeah, yeah, I fully agree with you. Like, honestly, Prxjek, like in terms of talent, he's amazing. He's amazing, but he's too emotional. And the thing is, what I was saying to these lot is that the reason why his fan base is so protective over him and so emotional when it comes to him is because he gives a lot emotionally out and not necessarily just good, like bad as well. And that's
Yeah,
why he has such a cult following because he's so emotional. And then like his fan base becomes really emotionally invested into him that they become super protective over him. Like they're literally like the Barbs. They're like Nicki Minaj's fan base. Like they're that serious. And like he you could just tell that it did affect him because he responded. Like if you really wasn't bothered, you wouldn't have said anything.
and like, at the end of the
But
day, like it's a kid with like just a few less followers than him, and a kid out of a whole track that's not even atting him at all, and he like just blows it way out of proportion, in my opinion. And and the funny thing is that
So I
I
have a
obviously
question.
I'm okay. Carry on.
Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, all right. So the funny thing is that I before we dropped I don't give a fuck. I actually had another song recorded, which was a full at against Prxjek, except and it was like probably the most lyrical track I ever did. But I I I, I had to change some shit because to be honest, if I dropped that, I'd probably just be digging myself a grave. To be honest, I went a bit too far. So I mean, it's on the album, but I've and shit and change some stuff that was a bit deep. But I know a few things about Prxjek, so I kind of exploited those, but I had to kind of get rid of them.
oh shit.
So I have a
Does anyone
question.
know what he looks like?
Wait. I have a question. I just want to clarify. So there was nothing that set this off. It was just like I want to poke the bear right
Okay,
now.
so what I mean, it's not deep at all. It's so petty, right? Literally, so he's claiming that I used to like ask him for like collabs and shit, right? I went to my DMs with him. That is just a blank slate. There's nothing in there, so I don't know what that's about. One time I went into one of his lives. This is when I was fucking with him, right? And I was just watching, but and at this time I was doing all right with my followers and shit, and I ended up joining, and so many people in his live were like noticed that I joined. They were like, "Oh my god, bad lad," da 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 da, all this other shit. Like, and this has happened. Like, this was happening like in Scar's lives, in Jackie P's lives, and in fucking and in Prxjek's lives, right? And every time I joined, people would just be like, "Yo, collab, collab, collab," and shit. And they were asking for me, and then Prxjek was reading all these like questions and shit. And he comes across one of the people who are spamming, "Yo, collab with Bad Lad," and he goes, he starts reading, and he's like, "Yo, collab with," and he just goes like, "Eh." I was just like, okay. I don't know. I don't even hold grudges. I just thought, fuck it. I need a reason to at someone, and I guess that was and that's like, like I'm not gonna fully send for someone just for that. Innocent little poke.
Okay, and then there's some people, right? Because I gotta play devil's advocate a little bit. I gotta go on the side of Prxjek. Some people will be like, "Yo, if you're gonna send for this type of lyricist, why do it in that type of way?" You know what I mean? Like, why not go full force? Because a lot of
Because
people think, I'm gonna say this. A lot of people think that you couldn't hit harder than that. They think like, "Yo, if he poked this guy like that, he's better than that." You feel me?
I honestly didn't even expect that reaction. That's like quite a unique response to how I like sent him. I guess what, like I guess there isn't much out there to prove that I could do better than that, but I know I can. And when this album drops, everyone's gonna see that. Okay, a few things to say, but yeah, no, that is a really interesting response. To be honest, I can go harder, and I felt that it would be out of order of me to go full send. In fact, I did go full send, but then scrapped it. That's what I was saying. But yeah, I don't know. If you want smoke, you can fucking send back, and I'll go in. Like, honestly, I'm up for a full fucking war. But you know,
I mean, that's it. I had to ask it. I had to ask it because it's real. But like, we're real here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to
yeah,
throw you under. I'm not trying to do anything like that.
no,
Like,
no, no, no.
but that is a thing that people say. Like, he can't. He probably can't go harder than that. Like, why would you fuck with this dude over here with that line that you did? And they think
Literally,
that's the best you could do. You feel
my
me?
personality is so like fucking bipolar, right? Like it's a song about the song is just a mishmash of aggression, not and just having a fucking laugh at the same time. Like halfway through the music video, Henny slips crackhead piss, and I just kept in because like my person just fuck shit up, and then at the same time give someone a fucking hug. Like I'm not like I switch a lot, so it's for me to go full send on someone. It's sort of just like not me. I just wanted to say hi, I'm here, and that's the kind of thing, and it worked. Like he fully acknowledged that I'm there, and I'm not afraid to come for him. And I don't know. I felt like it would be a bit weird for me to go full send on someone.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. To be
It's
honest,
very
like I liked it anyways. I think it's great for the culture. I think it's good that somebody is at least trying to send for him because I don't think I've ever heard anyone send for Prxjek. I think people are a bit afraid of his fan
Uh,
base.
No, I mean,
that's
no. I think everybody says fuck Prxjek. That ass. Like, he's the one person that everybody hates for whatever reason. I have not figured it out just yet. It's just like this vague sense of I hate Prxjek and that's it. Like, I haven't had like a clear response to that yet. But a lot of people don't like this kid for whatever
He's brought
reason.
it upon himself. He's brought it upon himself, and
Agreed.
a few people in the industry that I know, I can't say who, but they have told me that like a lot of people don't fuck with Prxjek. It's just him on his ones, and I found this out after I dissed him, by the way, so I wasn't just aiming for someone who's backed into a corner. But yeah, nah, it is how it is. But for real, like I'm totally up for some war if he wants to make the next move. Because like now that you've told me, because I wasn't aware that many people were saying that like, oh, is this as hard as you can go? I think I saw like one comment of that, but like that's just sort of made me want to be like, I, okay, like, I'm, you know, I'm tempted, you know, because I
I
like
mean,
honestly, you
it's
what?
mostly project side. So if you go to project's page, but you can't because you're blocked now. But if you go to project, if you go to project's page and you look at the picture that he posted in his response to your song or whatever. Sorry, my IG is poo. Like if you look at the comments, a lot of people are saying that, and a lot of people knew, even though we were going to do the show before you dropped that shit. And I was like, whoa, because I don't know what the fuck the response is going to be
Mm.
now that he dropped that shit and now he's going to be on the show. But a lot of people hit me like, yo, what do you think? Like, that's your boy, right? Like, what do you think? What do you think is gonna fucking happen from this shit? Why do you think he would send for him in that way? You know what I mean? So
Mm.
I mean, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. So I want to ask about it.
Well, I mean, I can actually view his post. He just blocked me from his story, which is interesting because I was expecting him like as soon as he blocked me to just start previewing some like some fire or some shit like at me, which he didn't do. So I don't get that. Maybe he's got some shit planned. I don't know. To be honest, I'm excited. I want to know what's up. I want to know what's going on.
Mm.
I DM'd him. I was like, "Yo, you responded fast," just because I was like, "How the fuck did this kid like?" Because I was expecting to drop the thing, and then 4 months later, he's gonna be like, "Oh, hang on, this kid fucking atted me," and then just not give a fuck. But like
No,
four hours later, he's on live, and there's like 20 minutes just talking about me. I'm like, "All right, that's a W. That's cool. That's cool."
the
Yeah,
scene
man,
is so,
because his fans are too fast. His fans are ridiculously fast.
and it's
They
the
just
Yeah.
hate
same.
that shit.
It's the same fans, like the same fans that fuck with Project, because the community is so small. You know what I'm saying? So the same fans that fuck with
Yeah.
Scar, fuck with Project, fuck with Bad. You know what I mean? It just goes like that. So if you put out something like that, word is gonna get back soon. So
Mm.
now, like I said to Bad before, I'm like, yo, this is a clear divide now. Like, there's no working with Okami no Kami now. Like, there is none of that. So all that shit is squashed. And I honestly, I really do hate to see that in your lives. Like, I hate to see the Scar comments all the time, and I hate to see the collab with Project shit all the time. Because you stated time and time again that you really don't want to work with Jack. And I
Mm.
get it because he was a dick to me before. I don't even fucking know this guy. But he was a dick to me before, so I don't really fuck with him like that. But I do understand that he has talent, and I do respect his fucking talent. He's
Oh
a
yeah.
crazy,
I'm not calling his music shit. Like I fuck with what
just
he's
I
doing, but I don't like him as a person.
Mm. Yeah, I mean,
Respectable.
He's
and
he's got it wrong. He's got it all wrong.
yeah, I mean, he's always gonna be the. I say personally that I think he's gonna always be the isolated one. Out of the, because I do believe that there are top three artists, and I believe that it's Scarlord, it's City Morgue, and it's Prxjek. But I believe that Prxjek is always going to be the isolated one, and only a few people are going to fuck with him. But because his fan base is so like deep into him, he's always going to be up there. But he's just going to be in his own little world
This is what
because
I was thinking
people
as
don't
well.
like him.
I was thinking he's basically. I think he's missed his chance. You know, like he's. I think he's gonna hit like a filter, like a literally like a filter that he cannot pass through, and like he's been grinding for a good fucking time, like a long while, and I think he needs to look at like he's growing and shit, but like he's not popping off, you know, like and you can see in some of his tracks, like his latest one that he posted is just a bit trash, you know, like not gonna lie, but like but still it's just like you know I feel like he needs to be making moves, and he, to be fair, I'll give it to him, he fucking tried with when he was doing his music video thing, like he was dropping music videos back to back. That's
Mm,
that's
mm,
the right thing to do.
yeah,
But there's things within those music videos that are not of a quality for the trap metal community, if that makes sense.
yeah.
one thing.
I noticed
One,
that as well. His music videos are a bit. Oh, let me not even say anything, man. I've said enough.
I'm
His
gonna
music
basically he focuses on the editor like a lot.
Yeah.
one thing that I say about Project, right? Even though everybody hates him, he has absolutely no shortage of people that want to work with him at all. Like he's
Mm.
always doing collabs. He's not anti when it comes to that. He's always doing collabs. Someone always wants to work with him. And I feel like I don't like him, but I'll say it like straight up. Like as much like as much as I don't like him for this reason, him just being anti everything, anti trap metal, anti Scar Lord, to the point where he'll tell his fans that made an edit to cut Scar Lord out. Or he'll cut Scar Lord out of it. Like that's how much disdain and anger he has towards the situation with Scar Lord, that he'll anger his fans or make his fans upset or not appreciate the work because Scar is in it. Like
Do
that's
you
fucked
think?
up.
Do you think people would want to work with Prxjek if he actually had zero? If he had 100 followers,
It does,
would
but
you
it
keep
doesn't.
that? Would you keep that statement?
That's the point that I'm trying to get. As much as we don't like him, something in what he's doing is working. Something to the point where
Yeah,
he has as many followers as City Morgue, or as he has as many followers as Zillakami, and he has a fan base like that. As much as we look at it and we like, yo, why does he have to be this way? It's working. It's kind of working.
and it's
So
I
working
feel you
because
that.
he was also kind of like, he's been doing it for a long time as well. So he kind of jumped on the thing very, very, very early. And
Mm.
I think lyrically, like me and Solo were talking about this, I think he's great. I think lyrically he he can rap. If he really wants, he can rap. And I don't know, man. There is something about him that is standing out, and I feel like that's the reason why people still like him. Like I still like his music. I think he's annoying, and he's so anti. But I still play his music and stuff like that because I just think he's good. He's talented. But yeah, there's something about him that is standing out from a lot of the people who are doing this. So yeah, I think he's still gonna be around for a long time.
all right, man. So we're gonna wrap up this section about Project. I feel like we talking about this nigga too much, like too much, too much.
Yeah.
Well, we got the basis of it. Nothing really happened. He just wanted to poke the bear. He just wanted to get shit started because you know he likes that shit. So
I didn't see that as anything but like a friendly jab. Like he's like, hey man, fuck you, beep. Like this is just like a
I
quick
wouldn't.
little thing.
I wouldn't call
what
it friendly.
Well,
I'd
not
call it.
friendly, just like a
I'd
jab.
call
You
it.
know?
NASCAR did you?
You ever seen Naruto?
Yeah,
Yeah. You know the 1,000 years of death.
yeah.
Yeah, that was the poke I gave him.
Alright, then that's I give it that. Yeah, not truly friendly, but that's essentially it's just a jab. Like I didn't see it as anything
Not friendly,
but
but
like
a
that.
right fucking jab up the arse, mate.
Yeah, because like I because recently I got into your music because the, like my co-host here, like they're introducing me to like everyone that's like in the scene that I'm like slowly inching my way into. But like I just like I heard the song when it came out. I'm just like this is. I hope people don't take this like super duper seriously because I know this kid can do better than this. Like I know he probably has some shit that he could probably say, but he's just like you know what, your IG is poo. That's it. If that upsets you, you a little bitch. Like
You know what I think it was? Why people
That's
took it?
literally it.
Why people took it like that? I think they took it because just the bad lad videos are like kind of few and far in between right now. And then the fact that that was the one thing that he's done maybe in a little while, the one video or the one visual that he's done in a while. So for him to drop that and it to be not as serious, people thought it was serious. You feel me?
mm.
True. Ah, yeah. Yeah, I see that. I see that.
That's
Mm.
why they're taking it like that because it's like, well, he hasn't dropped a video in so much time or whatever, and then he drops this video.
Yeah. All right. I see that. I see that. But that's
So,
not the case. Still, like,
but
Mm.
you can hear that it wasn't serious, like the way the flow switched and everything. Like you can tell, but it's just a lot of people don't look that deep,
people
and
like
that's it.
to follow the herd. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yep.
All
Exactly.
right, so we're gonna ask him some questions about some other shit. The project shit is over. It's over for
Yeah.
Mm.
now. So he drops the
I'll be.
album.
I'll ask you a question, and when we come back,
We're
I'm
gonna,
gonna
we gonna
ask
take a
you
break.
some
Just gonna
things.
go.
Someone said, "Hey man, fuck you, lol. Fuck you too, my friend."
Man, no,
Hey
I
man,
think he
fuck you.
was talking about what Anthony was saying. I don't
What are you
think he
talking
means
about?
literally fuck you. No, Alpha 3.
Bro,
Who's coming?
so I don't know what he's talking about, yo. He's been in this room since yesterday. He's been on his video.
This nigga was camping out and shit.
This nigga was camping, bro, in this room since yesterday. Because I was like putting the music up like for the last couple days, and every time I come, he's listening. He's listening. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with this man. This man has an issue.
Oh my god.
Yo,
Yeah,
This man's acting like it's the iPhone 11 drop.
you know what I mean?
bro.
Oh, wait. Can you put the next song on?
Wait, don't die, bro. Don't die.
I think it's just time we go into a bit of a new segment before we
Right,
kill someone.
Before fucking
I
Rukai dies.
I want to ask you some questions, and then we'll take a break after I ask you the questions, and then I don't care.
Alright, settle down. Settle the fuck down. It's chill. It's chill.
Bro, it'd be
Alright,
like
alright.
this. This is what I deal with.
What's his question then? What's his question? What's the album question?
What do you want to tell us about the album? You want to tell us some features? You want to tell us the date?
Alright, okay. So the date I have, I'm not gonna give an exact date. A few people picked up on it already. I think I DM'd a few people when it got leaked, but that's cool because I don't mind. March, the album's coming definitely. I would give the date, but it's only because I haven't sent the actual music off yet to be published. So as soon as that's done, I've got the trailer recorded. Everything's all edited. We've got music videos upon music videos. Next one's dropping very soon, and yeah, March.
So what features? Tell us about the features. I know Henshaw on there. Red Kuma's going to be on.
Rare Kuma, yeah, we haven't even recorded Rare Kuma's yet, because I met him yesterday or the other day. I can't even remember because I've been sleeping, but still. Yeah, Kuma, he said, I played him the track that he's supposed to be on. He was like, all right, yeah, now we can do some stuff on that. And I was like, sick. So, yeah, Kuma's going to be on it, I'm assuming. And we've got Kazari as well. He's my friend, a member of my clique that I'm in. And Resurrect is on there as well. Rez absolutely fucking snapped on that. And I don't think there's any more.
So are you working? Are there any? Did you do any tracks with Cuttnoise for this album?
Yeah, I did, and yeah, it's fucking hard.
So how is that gonna work, right? Because Cuttnoise fucks with Prxjek, right? Aren't they like really close?
So I don't really know how it works. Cuttnoise is in a. I'm not gonna drop too much, but he's in a sticky situation. He's in Russia. You guys know how it is out there. It's
Jesus.
it's bad.
Yeah, it is.
And Cuttnoise is trying to do what he can to get himself out of there and make his life safe, good, happy, healthy, and all that shit. And he had to do what he had to do. He was working with me before Jack. I didn't know about the whole Jack thing. He just messaged me, and I said, "Yo, I don't fuck with Jack," and he went and did it anyway. I don't really care because the kid's got to do what he's got to do. If people want to call it an L, then yeah, I'll take the L. But I don't give a fuck. I still get his music.
No, I was just curious. About it. Because I seen you guys both work with him, and I was thinking about the divide because I told you that, like, yo, now it's a clear divide. Now you like really don't fuck with Jack, and pretty much Jack's people kind of won't fuck with you now, right? And I thought Cuttnoise was one of his people. Well, I knew
No.
it with both of you, but I didn't know how that was going to work after the fact.
To be honest, I think maybe Jack's people might even still fuck with me because if they've got any common sense, they'll realize that it was a fucking joke. And at the end of the day, like, if they come at me, they'll, in 3 months, 5 months, it'll blow over, and they'll be like, I remember this kid. He sent for Jack. I might check him out. Boom, boom, boom. It's all laying out the fucking foundations. you know, just how it works.
Agreed.
One thing that I want to say is that you're really mature for your age. You're really mature, but I want to know why were you hiding your age? Because I remember there was a post, right, that I put up, and I was like, "Yo, everybody tag a match, right? Who could you see solo with?" And a lot of people said bad, and I was like, "Yo, this kid is a baby. Like he's a baby. Chill, bro. Don't have to go into don't have to." And you responded back, deleted it, right? You responded back like, "I'm not a baby, I'm 18." So I'm like, "Oh shit, all right, cool." But you deleted that shit, right? So I'm like, "Oh, he must have like a thing with like his age." And then I found out later, I think like in your lives that you were hiding it, but you never said why. Like, what was the whole purpose in that?
It's pretty simple. Same thing as I think Pump. Pump did. I didn't want to give people first impressions by the fact that for the first year of me doing music, I was 17. So it's like I didn't want people to. I didn't want that to potentially like fuck up deals I might get, to fuck up gigs, because people, especially in London, like people were really, really fucking on edge about age and people performing and shit.
Mhm.
And it's more. It wasn't that, but more or less it was the fans and shit. I didn't want people to think that. I wanted there to be some kind of like separation between me and my fan base. I wanted them to look to me as someone they can look up to, rather than like their brother kind of thing, or their like Bezzy mate, or you know what I mean. I talk to all of my fans. I treat them like they're my family and shit. But I still wanted there to be a slight connection, but mainly to stop first impressions, because people, if you're not 18, you're a fucking kid, you know. So it's like that's how it is. And when I came 18, I said, yeah, I'm 18. Hi, you know.
Yeah.
And it I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. So, one thing, last thing. We're gonna take a brief intermission, and then Ru could come back and talk to you about some shit. But one thing I wanted to ask you: a lot of artists don't like being compared. They don't like it at all. But for you, like I see that. I don't want to say embrace, but for lack of better terminology, you embrace it a little bit. Like you don't mind that people compare you to Scar.
No, not at all. It's actually a fucking incredible journey that I've had with the whole Scar thing. Um, I like to call me and Scar friends. He definitely knows who I am. His people know who I am. And it's because of him that I am now me, if that makes sense. Because it all started back October 23rd on Scar's first gig in the UK. At that point, before then, I was doing like animation and graphics and shit. And now, when I went there, I just said, "Fuck it, I fuck with this guy. I'm gonna go to his first gig." And it was the first gig I'd ever been to ever, and it was so crazy. And I went, you know what? This is something I really like. I'm gonna give it a go. And obviously, I had no experience in music, and the first thing like anyone would do would be like, "Hey, Scarlord, I'm gonna be you. Like, I want what you have, so I'm gonna be you. You have a formula, I'm gonna copy it." That's essentially what anyone's gonna do. Um,
Mm.
and it became that. And some fucking how, I got in contact with Daniel Earth. Well, after his first gig, me, Scar, and Daniel Earth, and two of my mates hung with them for like 40 minutes, just talking and shit. And this was like, Scar was just about blowing up at that point, so we've been there from the start, and made some good connections, and then we ended up going. I ended up, for some reason, somehow, Daniel Earth came to Oxford, did a little collab with me, and we filmed like a little video, right? And that never got released, and it didn't get released because I felt that I wasn't me. And it wasn't that, and Daniel agreed with me. Going to so yeah, months passed. Daniel gave me some advice. He said, "Yo, change this, try this, boom, boom, boom," and I just worked on it. And then Jackie P, who is Scar's DJ, his birthday came around, and he had a birthday party. I went to it with a few of my mates, and Scar's manager was there, and his wife was there as well, and we got talking, and he went, "Oh, you're bad lad." And you knew who I was, and that was sick. And he took me aside for like 15, 20 minutes and just gave me a massive chat about how I can become unique, become my own person. And he said, we've been watching you. You've been changing your style to be more like you. You're almost there. Just keep trying. You're almost there. And I was like, all right, okay. And he gave, and that night I switched up so much shit. I went dark for about a month, and then came back with like I've been working on something and all this other shit, and then in fact, a few weeks ago, I came back, I didn't come back. Sorry. A few weeks ago, I got a message from Scar's manager. I'm not going to drop too much. He wanted to meet up, and just so it's in relation to this conversation, I won't drop anything else. But we met up for dinner, talked, and he said that I've done it. I've made myself unique. I've made myself my own person, and for that for me is all I need to like. That's all anyone ever needs to say to me. So I don't care if people compare me to Scar, because the guy himself has been like, you know what, you're you now, and you got your own look. I don't care what anyone else says, and that's my journey, and I fucking love it. I embrace it. It's great.
Wow.
Word.
Wow, man. So what, like, how was your style before? Like, because I didn't, to be honest, I'm late in it. So like, what do you call it? I think I discovered you probably ending of December or something like that. So like, what was your style before? Like, was you doing like the tech wear shit? Like, was it the way that you were rapping? Because I've seen a lot of Scar clones as well. There's this one guy that, oh my god, like the way he cloned Scar, I can't deal with it.
Don't
But
say his
like,
name. Don't say his name because I can't
I'm not
stand
gonna
him.
say his name because I can't stand him. I can't stand this guy. But anyways, which but what do you call it? Was it the way you were rapping? Was it the way you were screaming? Was it the beats? Was
It was,
it your
I
style?
feel like it was the look, because my
Mm.
music has always been like a little bit weird. When I first dropped my shit, it wasn't even so much trap metal, like, because I produced my whole first album, so it wasn't like I was taking from the community. I was the whole each song was made by me, so it was me learning how to make music, learning my own like screaming technique and all this shit. Like, I don't think my music sounded too much like him at all. I think it was mainly the image and the attitude. Um, and that's something that everyone has to go through to realize who they really are, when they want to
Mm.
become something.
So I
And I thought, I changed a bunch. When the Kurama music video, I'm wearing bloody like paint on my eyes, and I thought that was going to be my next thing. That was going to be it. And as soon as that we dropped that, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to be fucking me, and that was it. That was it.
mm, I
Yeah,
Mm.
that's
like
like
seeing your earlier stuff. It was more so the styles of the videos and the mask. But anybody that has a mask on, they compare it to Scar. Period. Like they do that to me. I don't even make music, bro, and I'm a whole female out here. So I don't get it.
Well, I learned it well from Scar's team and everything. Like, I learned a few things from them, and essentially, if you're wearing a mask, it's just the way that it is. You're gonna get called a Scar clone, or whatever. And honestly, if to anyone that is wearing a mask and in the music industry, I would personally, from from person to person, and I've been talking to people who are related to Scar and all this shit, like, I would drop the mask and just be you, because
Mm.
you want to blow up. If you want to blow up, you want to blow up as you. You do not want to blow up looking like someone else. Because imagine two Drakes in the industry. It just would not fucking work.
Mm.
Like,
He didn't
you
see
know.
anything. I
And
mean,
this
for
is this.
a lot of people that are clones or whatever that did copy Scar, but there's a lot of people that know about the whole anime culture, the Tokyo style, everything. Like this
Portugal,
thing
yeah.
for
I
Scar.
I know
But
So
that,
to take it
but I
off
don't.
on Scar's, I don't really agree.
nah,
I
do you know what? I
honestly,
think
I don't think
okay.
there's any. There is no defending it. There is, honestly, like, it's the way. Like, yes, there is. You can defend all you want, and trust me, I've been there and I've defended myself, saying, you know, the mask is me, the mask is me, and all this shit. And oh, I like Naruto, I'm inspired, but like it's at a point where in the community you cannot escape it. You just sort of have to not wear a mask, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
because also if you notice, sorry to bring him up again, but Prxjek used to wear those kind of masks as well, and he stopped because that mask now, if you wear a surgical mask, it's Scar-Lord. Like he's
It
taken
just
that for
is.
his image. It's just
It
how it
just
is
and
now.
even if it isn't, it is, because it's like that's just how the community thinks. Like you can't change 2 million people's minds. It's just how it kind of is now, and you have to accept it as it is.
word.
Yeah.
Word. And you know, Prxjek is a baby, bro. He's a baby.
Oh,
He more so took that shit off because he wasn't fucking with Scar no more. Because when he was fucking with Scar, he was wearing the shit out of that mask. Dead ass, bro.
yeah, beef.
Yeah.
Dead ass. When they start beefing, he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna ski mask it." Like other rappers don't wear that shit. Other
I
rappers do.
know. But yeah, like the surgical mask is just Scar now. Like he's the
Yeah,
one that's blown up the most. So he's naturally it's just his image now and
doesn't matter if
anyone
Scar
does
started it or not. It's just
yeah.
Scar now.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna cut in some music. We're gonna be back. Ruger's gonna speak with Bad about some things.
Yes, I'm gonna ask you some things.
Bet.
Apple Music.
That's good, bro. Because when the Project song came up, I'm like, fuck.
Oh shit! A project song came out. Yo,
Too much salt is bad for you. Or bad, yeah. Too much salt is bad for you. That was the
Yeah.
song. When that shit came up, I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, I mean it's a good song. I like it anyways. But yeah,
perfect timing.
it was perfect timing. Yeah, it was actually perfect for like this whole show.
Rook, so what you got up for bad, man? What's your questions?
Yeah, so yeah, we met on Friday, which is good. It was nice that we got to meet and stuff.
I'm jealous.
And yeah, you need to come to London. But yeah, so what I want to know is like, so what do you think of like the trap metal, like the alt rap scene here in London, or like in the UK in general? Because you and your crew, like you guys seem to be like leading it. But then there's other people as well that I follow that are doing big things. Just like like Scotty, for example, like he's another artist from London that is amazing. But you guys seem to be leading it. I think it's because your collectives. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think of the scene here?
Uh, London is just fucking sick, to be honest. I only started coming to London like last year. Mainly just because of the music thing. Otherwise, I wouldn't have any other
Fuck.
reason to. But
All right, so I guess this is my segment, the fucking sad advice, where we just get like advice, like people ask questions about like relationships or just life and overall, and I give my overall best opinion or like advice on them. I guess I don't know,
Hmm.
but I have very like strange people for friends, and I don't get asked proper questions. Like I got asked like why she no suck. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Why? What sucks?
Why she no suck? Like that's 100% phrasing what it said.
Poor why.
Oh my god. Why she no suck? But the real question I got from my friend Kenny was that Kenny's a super nice guy, and he's like, bro, I get no ass. Why is this my life? I'm just like, all right, I guess I can talk about this. Um,
Mm.
well, what for you? Since you two are the females, what are some things or like
whammon.
what do whammon? Since you guys are whammon, what do what do you guys think like could be like a reason why someone doesn't get like a lot of like female attention, basically?
Listen, use what you call it, dating websites. Tinder is free. Use apps. If you can't get asked in real life, get it online. Do you know what I mean? Hop into them DMs. Whether it's on Twitter or Instagram, like online is a new way to meet people, and it's the way that most people are meeting these days. Download Tinder,
Get
put
that
on your
smash
best pictures. You'll get
with
some
consent.
ass. Yes, online dating. Tinder
All right,
and
how
Hinge. Yeah, yeah,
and
exactly.
Sola, how about you?
What was the question?
Um, what is a reason why someone would not get a lot of female attention, like, or a way for someone to get more female attention?
I would say as a female, it's probably because the nigga is looking for attention. Females don't generally like that shit. And they probably don't like it even more if the person is not attractive in some capacity. So if they're
Yeah.
looking for attention, they're definitely not going to get it as a male.
Yo, for
Um,
real, if people want advice, you should get fucking Henny in this school, bro. He's always chatting about how many women he's got.
Is it Henny? What you got it like that? You got it like
Nah,
that? Yeah.
he's got a go at the moment. I'm not gonna out him like that. He's got a go at the moment.
He's
He's
about
being
to say, let's
sensible.
go.
He's being sensible, but he's always chatting about how he used to get all this fucking all these smashes. So
He's in the chat right now. Minor, minor, minor.
yo, don't do that,
Ah.
man. Don't put him on blast like that, bruh.
God
He ain't
damn.
No, you know what?
over here,
What would
homie.
you say though? What would you say, Bad? Like, what would you say in terms of getting girls? Like, I mean,
my
are you
fucking
single? Have you
bitch
got a
game ain't
girlfriend? Like,
strong.
what's going on?
My girl game ain't strong. To be honest, I don't really talk to many people. I told you the other day, like I personally, I take music over a fucking smash. Like I don't even care.
Yeah.
I'm not on it like that. I bet so many fucking people are like hungry for girls, like, and I'm just like the way I see it is if you're in it, if you're right. So right, I got to word this carefully because there's someone I'm talking to, and if she hears this, she'll be like, the fuck. um. So yeah, nah, like, I can't even remember what I was saying. Still, um. Yeah, loads of people are like proper hungry. And if well, the way I see it is if you are willing to get into a relationship, you're willing to get hurt. So I steer. I'm very careful when it comes to relationships because I'm not looking to put my heart out for someone that isn't the one, if that makes sense.
100%. I
Makes a
agree
lot
a
of
hundred
sense.
percent.
So you know, I'm saying like, if you want to get some ass, make sure it's just ass. Right? um,
Exactly. Don't catch
but
feelings.
yeah, try not to. I've made that mistake. But then again, if you want to go there, then go there. But still, yeah, just I mean, yeah, all I can say is fucking get on Tinder, get messaging people. Don't be a fucking creep, but be persistent. um,
Yeah.
and and yeah, just have fucking confidence. But at the same time, don't look like a twat.
So I
Yeah,
think
exactly.
we need a little bit more input from Anthony because Anthony actually got this question and he knows the person, and it behooves us to be as honest as we can and to give some honest. So, is this person attractive? Would you
uh,
find this person?
Yeah.
I grew up with him. I've been in like elementary school, preschool with him since we were young. Like he's an attractive guy. It's just that I feel like because he's like a bigger dude, that not many people like want to fuck with him. And he's super nice. He has ambition and shit like that. Like he's super duper cool and like super nice and genuine to people. He's just like, listen, I'm just trying. Like I was, he got his heart played so many times by so many different girls that
Mm.
it's really weird for him because like he talks to like girls and he like gives them open, honest love and opinions and like tries to help them with whatever they're going through, but then they turn around and just be like, yeah, nah, man, I don't know about this. Like you are like they pulled like what they did to me when I was younger, like that one girl that like ruined my fucking self esteem, like
So,
shit like that. Like yeah, he's like, oh, you're fat and I don't like you, and like you're nice and all that and funny, but like you're fat and like I don't like that. I'm like, whoa, that's wild.
I got some real advice for
Yeah.
him. So, the real advice for him is to stop being the ear. Do not be the ear for females. If you're constantly being put in the friend zone and getting played the fuck out, and you're helping these females fix their lives and do all this other shenanigans, stop being the ear. So that's the first thing that he should stop doing with these. He needs a clear line. Like, look, I ain't trying to hear your problems. I'm just trying to smash. I'm just trying to crack. Okay? Don't start off. If you start off with a female listening to all of her problems and being her ear, you're going to be the friend. When she starts
Yeah.
talking about, oh, I had a hard day at work and this guy and that coworker, I'll call you later. I'll talk to you later. Goodbye. Don't tell him to
You're
stop
either
being
going to be the
here.
friend or the punching bag.
Exactly.
Exactly. Exactly.
Exactly. So tell him to stop being an ear for females. Yeah, I know that's the way he gets in. That's the way he gets in. Oh, how was your day? Oh, it was bad. Oh, da, 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 da. And that's how he starts getting these numbers and conversing with these females. Stop being the ear, and he'll start getting some poom poom. That's my advice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like no, like seriously, like yeah, you can have those conversations, right? But don't let it be the fucking topic every time and shit. Like, just I don't know, like screenshot some shit from their Instagram or some shit and send it to them and be like, "Yo, you look fucking peng in this," and just make
Yeah,
them feel good. That is gonna make them feel better than you just like giving them comfort and shit. Like, and it's also gonna be you
Mm.
making moves. So, boom, boom.
Boom, boom.
exactly. Exactly.
And then
All
so
right.
she clearly knows where he's heading, right? So if you're just having conversations and you're not actually taking that active leap into flirting and you're just listening and commenting, but you're not asserting yourself as someone that is interested in this other person, then females don't see it like that. Females kind of like the chase. They kind of like the, oh, you're cute today, or this, that, and the third. Can I take you out? Maybe he needs to start
Yeah.
adding that in a little bit sooner.
Yes.
Mm.
100. Oh man, I'm relating to this so much right now. 110%. Yes. Let it be
All right.
known. Like if you're on it, let it be known from the start. Like,
He
you know
said,
what
I
I
make him
mean?
chase me.
Well, what do you say? I make him chase me. Is it okay?
Oh God.
I
All
guess
right.
homie got it like that. Homie out there, he got it like that, I guess.
All right. Now that since y'all gave me the most serious fucking segment, I'm a lighten this shit up because like as I said before, I'm the least serious one out of the two of you to be completely real. And Sola, you met me in person for the second time. You know how unserious I am about everything.
And I love you for it.
Yeah. So bad. What happening, man? What's happening?
I'm good, bro. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm chilling. So I know these two actually like a bunch of like serious questions, like music and stuff like that. I'm not gonna do that because that's not me. I make music and I don't like being asked all the time about like, oh, where'd you start? Um,
Well,
my
just shit
girlfriend
on
gave
us.
me.
Then. Thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's cool. I don't mind. I don't mind. You ask me anything. It's chill. That's what I said before.
Yeah, but like, what do you like in your personal life besides music? Like, what do you like to do? Like, because I know music is a big part, and I know you said, but like before, like you take music over Smash. Like, I know that, but like in the sense, like, what do you use to like wind down? What do you do for fun? Like, who is Bad Lad? Like, besides the
I,
music.
I literally like. I would say 99.9% all I ever do is music.
Mm-hmm.
I've dedicated my life to it. Like it's so emotionally attached to me that this is something that I need to have in my life, if that makes sense. And like it's fucking crazy. Like I don't know how I've got myself. I guess I get like I've got an addictive personality and shit, and I'm just happy that I've got addicted to like this rather than some other shit. If you know what I mean?
Oh
Mm-hmm.
Um,
yeah.
on the low, I'll go see my mates, but very fucking rarely. And if I do, I'll turn up like crazy, so that I'll be good for another like 2 months. Like if that makes sense.
Just get it out your
Like
system.
yeah, like if I'm just like, and the only time I'll ever do that is if I'm actually physically stuck making music. Like if I've got a mental block and I know that going out will benefit my music, then I will go out. If there's a motive going on and people want to go out, I will only go out if I have not got something to do. Like if I have something to do with music, there is no chance I will go out on that mode, if that makes sense.
And 100%. And
Mm.
I completely
It's
agree with
literally
that
like you
because
could call me a fucking no life, but that is literally my life. My life is music. I don't care about I quit my job to do this. This is literally everything to me, and I'm not gonna. I've sold my TV. I sold all my consoles. I don't play video games, that much, and literally like honestly, I don't. I feel ill if I watch a movie because I feel like I've wasted 3 hours or 2 hours that I could be spending music on. Like I do not care about watching. Someone says, "Yo, have you watched fucking what's it called? That what's it called? Like the blindfold fucking thing, like
oh, Bird Box.
bird box?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I that fucking the trend had been and gone, and then I'd found out about it. Like I did, I nah, none of that for me. I don't care about none of that
Mm.
shit. And people
So,
say if anyone ever wants to say like, "Oh, Josh, you don't work hard," like I can just smack them with everything. Like I work hard, and I'm proud of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I completely get that. I understand where you're coming from because now that I decided to just buckle down. Like a lot of shit happened to me like last year that made me like sit down and be like, you know what, I need to buckle down and start doing this shit because I don't have as many people as I do right now saying like you can do this, you can do this. I fuck with this, adding my shit to their playlist and stuff
Mm.
like that. To sit there and just be like, you know what, I'm gonna just do this shit lightly. I'm gonna do as much as I can while I can, and still do what I love and just still have fun with it. And
Mm.
you're right. I feel like if I like certain things, like I only do a lot of things like when I feel stuck. Like if I sit there and watch a movie when I know I have ideas in my head that I can easily write down, I'm just like, damn,
Yeah,
I'm wasting my
yeah.
fucking time. This is
Yeah,
ridiculous.
exactly. Yeah.
So yeah,
Wow,
no, I
man.
completely understand. So like I respect you for that, and especially at like age 18 to be like, you know what, fuck my consoles, fuck my TV. I'm a buckle down and do this shit.
Yeah, I'm low key proud of that. Still, like I've honestly like when sometimes like on the side I shoot music videos, right? And
Hmm?
that's what is sort of like my income at the moment for now. Music, it's looking like music's going to take over, which is great. But like one time a paycheck came through and I was very happy, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to treat myself. And I was this close to buying a Switch and like 5 games and all this all the accessories I'm ever going to need. And
Mm,
I was there at the fucking checkout and I was like, you know what, I can't. I'm literally like, this is going to take up like bare minimum like 30 hours a game. Like that's just not, I just can't put that on my music. Like that is like, yeah, no, like I'd rather, it sometimes it gets a bit like chorish that I have to work on my music, but like it's about the end game. And it's like, for example, you could take your Switch out on the plane or on the bus or whatever, and like I travel a lot to London, so I could have some downtime on that. But
mm.
second to that, I could be mixing a track on my laptop or writing
Yep.
lyrics. And it's
Yep.
like,
Hmm?
why am I getting a Switch when I could be doing something else, which in the end game is going to treat me better?
Yeah,
but
Mm.
100%.
So
most
wait. So what?
most definitely don't cut out like other forms of entertainment because they can help with creativity, like as far as
Oh
writing
yeah.
and shit like that, like keeping up with the current events or keeping up with the Joneses and watching some films and playing some games, playing a little bit of Fallout, you know what I mean, like that
Oh yeah.
helps with.
This year's better shit up from the start, I'ma run it back. Blow up for the song of King Bad with a ticket on the club, I'm gon' blow up. No terrorist, but the questions, let's see for yourself, I just fight for your health, I just know for affection.